Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me here in this crazy, tumultuous world we live in. Um, I was noticing, I think, like everybody, the division between how everybody is seeing that tragedy in Minnesota this past week, last week, earlier this week. It's kind of heartbreaking for me, like in a way, if I guess my perspective sort of would naturally come from the person who got shot, Renee Good, who I think sort of was standing up for abuse. But there's also the perspective of, I think his name was Jonathan Ross, the shooter, the ICE agent. From the perspective of him, people see it as he was like very afraid for his life, and if we see it one way or another, we can just not attach to it and let the other sort of see it that way. And I noticed for me, that's when I have that feeling of uncertainty, um, and when I let go of my own perspective, because it seems so intense and so the division is so harsh. So if I let go of mine, that it makes me feel like that I'm condoning the other one, or that it's like some kind of like admitting that the other side is right. And I'm saying there is no other side. There's just this one awareness. In Pema Chodron, it made me think of Pema's being with uncertainty in the freedom of that. And that's the way life is. Life is uncertain. And the freedom of just being with the uncertainty of it. Not that we don't stand up for what is right or speak up or whatever, but it's like create some space and some freedom for it. So this is Practicing Peace in Times of War by Pema Chodron. You can think of groundlessness and openness of insecurity as a chance that we're given over and over to choose a fresh alternative. Things happen to us all the time that open up that space. The spaciousness, this wide open, unbiased, unprejudiced space is inexpressible and fundamentally good and sound. This awareness is what I call it. It is like the sky. Whenever you're in a hot spot or feeling uncomfortable, whenever you're caught up and don't know what to do, you can find some place where you can go and look at the sky and experience some freshness, free of hope and fear, free of bias and prejudice, just completely open. And this is accessible to us all the time, since space permeates everything, every moment of our lives. You could say that this spaciousness and simplicity, dwelling in that place ongoingly, would be a description of the enlightened or awakened state. But even for people like you and me, it's accessible all the time. We experience it very directly whenever we feel wonder, whenever we feel awe, and whenever there's a sudden shock. For example, you're walking across the street and someone yells an obscenity at you. Before the chain reaction starts, before the aggression or the habitual pattern clicks in, there's a shock, an open space. There's just the fact that someone has stunned you. Someone has just insulted you. The ground has just fallen out from under your feet. Before trying to get back on solid ground by following the habitual chain reaction, you can pause and breathe deeply in and breathe deeply out. Never underestimate the power of this simple pause. And we're here to just pause consciously Settle in with me. It's going to be a short sit. Begin to relax. Let everything settle. Right now, I don't have to be right about anything. Breathe a little deeper. Can begin to feel the space. It all begins in individual hearts. Pema says. Looking up at the sky. Remembering awareness. Stick with it for another minute or two. It's all arriving right now. Arriving some more. It's always new. This practice isn't for special people. It's not for special moments. It's just the arriving of this. I'm still a little buzzy. Something so tragic. It makes you really want to make the other people wrong. Take this awareness away somehow. Thanks for joining me. Sometimes, like when I hold such a strong opinion, it really creates a lot of aggression and a lot of just misunderstandings, and so I can have faith and confidence in what I see and believe, but keep an open mind and try and understand the other person's perspective from the way they see it. In a way, I starting to build a little bit of compassion for the ice shooter because of like just the fear and being surrounded by in a strange city or whatever, all of it. Even though I still think like he was relying on that violence too much, or that reaction. And I think that's the same shooting out that we tend to do when our righteousness is violated. Anyway, hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on Monday. I have big sitting days tomorrow. Have a great day.